Okay, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, traders and students all around the world. This is Fxpassion broadcasting you live on TradingView. And this is Forex Trading Course 101. Remember, trading is a learnable skill. When we learn in the correct way the MST, we need to learn in the correct way the market. We need to learn the correct way about the market. And then we need to learn in the correct way about the strategy, right? Market strategy. And lastly, we need to learn in the correct way about the trader, right? This is the most challenging stuff. And talking about the market, we have here the modules, right? Basic module, beginner module. So we are in the basic module. If this is your first time, everybody, we are learning about market structure. Today is not lesson 3 because on Monday we had technical problems. Today is lesson 2. Okay, we're going to talk about highs and lows and how to confirm a trend. And remember, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. The webinars are not trading or investment advice, everybody. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Either way, don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. For questions or homeworks, TradingView house rules apply. You can contact me in private chat. Never forget, having 2 skills is better than 1. And having 3 skills is better than 2, especially in times of uncertainty and trading. When we learn in the correct way, trading is a learnable skill. Hello, Philip, how are you? I hope I pronounced correctly your name. And please share this, everybody. We are trying to give back to the community what we know, okay? Please share this because before August or July, we were at lesson, I don't remember, 27, I believe. And then a lot of you send emails, oh, let's start with the beginning, let's start with the beginning, let's start with the beginning. So please share this, okay? Because we're going until the end, okay? There are 78 lessons in total. So today is going to be number 2. That being said, let's dive into the chart. So today is lesson number 2 about highs and lows, okay? Remember, every lesson we are trying to upgrade your knowledge, okay? So yesterday, lesson number 1, we were talking about the monthly bands, and we were talking about the long-term bias, okay? Long-term bias called long-term direction. Time Freezer, how are you? Long time no see, right? We were starting all back from the beginning, Time Freezer. We received so many emails, you know. Please, let's start from 0, like number 1. Okay, so lesson number 2 today, highs and lows. So this is the monthly chart. Okay, now what is a low, everybody? A low is a center candle. A low is a center candle with 2, and we're going to write this down, don't worry, with 2 candles on the left. Okay, they come in all shapes and colors with 2 candles on the left and 2 candles on the right with higher low values. Okay, candles come in all shapes, dojis, dragonfly, dojis, hammers. Okay, don't bother with the names. Okay, but what is a low? So, and though this is a rule, everybody, beginner traders, today you need to learn a rule. So a low, okay, and it's a rule. What is a low? A low is where we have a center candle with 2 candles on the left and 2 candles on the right from the center candle. So with 2 candles on the left from the center candle and 2 candles on the right, again from the center candle. Now this is the most important part, with higher low values, beginner traders. Okay, a low is where we have a center candle. Where is my arrow? Okay, a low is a center candle. They come in all shapes, you know, and we have different wicks and colors. So it's a center candle with 2 candles on the left and 2 candles on the right with higher low values. Aspen Gold, can you tell us about USD Cad and what's going on this pair? Yes, of course. But I'm telling you, USD Cad, it's business as usual. Okay, euro dollar. Okay, everybody, those pairs, it's their business as usual, nothing special. Sure, but I'm going to do this according to the lesson, okay? Asfan, according with the lesson. So everybody, this is a low. We have a center candle and 2 candles on the left and 2 candles on the right with higher low values. Okay, where do we find those values? Here on Trading View. See the arrow? I'm moving the mouse. You have O for the open, you have the H for the high, and you have L for the low. Okay, this is why we are measuring the value of the values, okay, of the low. So if we go in here, right, let's make an example, right? So this is the concept, right? Okay, this is the concept, and we are here. Let's make it bigger, right? So this is the concept, this is the rule for the beginner trader to learn. Now here is the question, right? Is this candle in here a low? Right? So very slowly, right? Very slowly, I'm going to go with the mouse on the center candle. This is a center candle, right? Why is this a center candle? Because we have 2 candles on the right. We have 2 candles on the right, and we have 2 candles on the left. This makes this one a center candle. So a low is where we have a center candle with 2 candles on the left. Do we have 2 candles on the left? Yes, we do. And 2 candles on the right. Of course, from the center candle, do we have 2 candles on the right? Yes, we do. Okay, now here is the question. Are those 2 candles on the left? And do those 2 candles on the right, do those candles have a higher low values? How do we know this? With the mouse. So this is the center candle, and look at the L, right? The lower value, it's what? 123.991. If we scroll the mouse to the first candle on the left, so center it's 123, the first candle on the left it's 137, and the second candle on the left it's 140. So yes, you know, now let's go on the right. We're not going to move the mouse on the right. What is the low value of the first candle on the right? 131, and the second in 129, 298. So as you can see, everybody, this concept stands. So yes, this is a low. Okay, this is a low, just an example, and hopefully it's not that difficult, right? Then what if this is a low? Then clone, what is a high? Right? The high, it's a high is the same, just in the opposite direction. So what is a high? A high is where we have a center candle with 2 candles on the left from the center candle and 2 candles on the right with lower high values. Okay, those are the rules on highs and lows. Okay, now this is lesson number 2, everybody. Forex course 101. Okay, it's a beginner's course. Hopefully next year you're going to be a professional trader, everybody. right? With the proper knowledge, proper application. Okay, yesterday we were talking about the monthly bands, right, and the long-term bias. Today we are upgrading your knowledge with highs and lows. So let's draw the high, right? Center candle, and again they come in all shapes, right, and colors, with big wicks, small wicks, long wicks, whatever, right? But we have a center candle with 2 candles on the left and 2 candles on the right. Okay, could be something like this, right? So a high is where we have a center candle with 2 candles on the left from the center candle and 2 candles on the right with lower high values, right? And we check this with the numbers here. We just move the mouse, right? Okay. Any questions so far? Then we're going to check USD CAD and Euro dollar. Any questions so far? What is a high? What is a low? Any questions? No questions. Okay. So USD CAD, right? USD CAD monthly chart. Let's compress the chart, everybody. USD CAD. So from yesterday, the lower band would be something like this. The upper band would be something like this, right? And now talking about highs and lows, right? Talking about highs and lows. If we have one center candle and 2 candles on the right and 2 candles on the left with higher low values, this is a low, right? Very good. This is a low. If we have one center candle with 2 candles on the right and 2 candles on the left with lower high value, this is a high. Exactly. Very good. Now, beginner traders, listen here. If we have a next center candle with 2 candles on the left and 2 candles on the right, and if we connect those highs and lows with the line, what is this right now? It's a no-brainer, right? Oh, this is not a difficult question. Of course not. This is a beginner course. So, but what is this? Well, this is considered a higher low. Hello, Musa. How are you? So this is considered a higher low, right? And finally, right, if we have a center candle, I need to go back with the red. So if we have a center candle with 2 candles on the left with lower high values, right? And if we connect low to high, high to low, low to high, what do we have? This is called what? Happy to see you again, Musa. Yeah, we were on vacation, right? For 2 months vacation. Crazy stuff. Okay, everybody, what is this right now? We have a uptrend. Very good, everybody. Excellent. Uptrend. Very good. So today's lesson number 2, right? Okay. Now, rule. Those are non-negotiable rules, everybody. To have a confirmed uptrend, okay? To have a confirmed uptrend, we must have a minimum of 2 highs and 2 lows. And we learned what is a high, what is a low a few minutes ago. A minimum of 2 highs and 2 lows, where the second high and the second low are a higher high and a higher low. Okay, beginner traders, this is a non-negotiable rule. To have a confirmed uptrend, we must have a minimum of 2 highs and 2 lows, where the second high and the second low are a higher high and a higher low, right? Makes sense? So this would be the higher high. Sorry, not this one, but this one. This would be the higher high, right? And this would be the higher low. Make sense, everybody? What do you think is USD Cad doing on the daily and weekly time frame? Just a second. We're going to check. Okay, but I'm telling you, as fan, it's business as usual, nothing special. Okay. Beginner traders, starting from today, to have a confirmed uptrend, we must have a minimum of 2 highs and 2 lows, where the second high and the second low are a higher high and a higher low. You have a confirmed uptrend, okay? So if this is a confirmed uptrend, right? And when we enter long in here, how much is the probability of this trade? Just an example. Let's go on the something else, somewhere else, okay? So we are going to bring this rule up in here, everybody. Let's bring it up in here, right? Tell me, everybody, what is this? Is this, it's like you said, is this an uptrend, a downtrend? What is this? Right? What is this? We have a low. We have a low quadrant, represents the low, and we have the first high, right? What is this? Is this an uptrend? Is this a downtrend? Is this consolidation? What is this? Right? Take it as you see it, you know, trade what you see. This is what you see. Look at the chart in here. Look at the chart in here, right? USD Cad monthly chart. This is what you see, right? You have a low in here, and you have not a high here, not confirmed at least. It doesn't have 2 on the right yet. This is what you see. What is this? Answer, everybody. This is nothing. Okay? This is nothing. Now, here is the kicker, beginner traders. When you have finally something like this, a new higher low, right? On the chart is going to appear something like this. This is the chart, right? And you are going long. You are buying the market on the 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart, right? Look, as 50-50, maybe a short trend or an uptrend. Very good. So in order to have a confirmed trend, we need to have minimum 2 highs and 2 lows, right? So what does this mean talking about probabilities? It means that this low represents 25% of the confirmation of the uptrend. Okay? Clone. The first high represents another 25% of an uptrend, right? And clone. The next, meaning the first higher low, represents another 25% of the uptrend. So if you are going long in here, everybody, what is the probability of your trade being a successful trade? What do you think? No brainer, right? Just look at the numbers, right? And beginner traders, what are we doing? It's normal. We clarified yesterday, you know, you have a downtrend, something like this, right? and then you see something like that and you are going long. If this would be the case, what is the probability of your trade going long in here? Ura says 25. Well, in here the answer is 25 plus 25 plus 25. If you enter long in here, you are entering a 75% confirmed trend. 25 plus 25 plus 25, beginner traders. And if you are buying here, right? Teachers from YouTube are telling you, oh, this is a breakout entry. Let's go long, right? If you're buying this one in here without understanding and knowing, you know, what are you buying? How much is this trade? Talking about the trend confirmation. Yeah, it depends. Okay, we know this, but today we're learning about highs and lows and how to confirm the trend. So if I'm seeing a downtrend and I have the first higher high and I'm entering here as a beginner trader, what probability wise, what am I buying? What is the probability of this breakout being a success? I would check Fibo levels. We are far away, Asfan. This is a beginner course, everybody. Okay, Forex trading course 101, lesson number 2 today. Okay, we are going to learn everything, the Fibonacci's, but step by step. Today's lesson number 2. We have complete beginners here. Okay, people that has no idea about the Forex market, fresh new. Okay, so what is this, everybody? How much is this trade talking about improbabilities? Happens all the time, right? I'm seeing the first. I could be seeing a bullish candle like this and I could be entering long, right? How much is this trade talking about highs and lows and trend confirmation in probabilities? How much? If this is 25, the low is 25% of the trend, and the first high is another 25% of the trend, and I'm going long because it's a bullish candle and it's a breakout, I'm entering how much? You can type in the chat, oh, it's a 25% probability of being an uptrend. It's a 50% probability being an uptrend. It's a 75. What's the number? Right? 50%, exactly. That's falling wedge. We're far away. Everybody be patient, right? Okay, we're far, 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 far away. Uras, 50%, exactly. So here is the question, beginner traders. Does it make sense to enter 50% trades? Right? Asfan is asking about USD Cad, right? And we are here. Just an example. So talking about highs and lows, right? Talking about highs and lows. Low to high, high to low, low to high, high to low, low to high, low, 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 if I'm not mistaken. And oops, and come on, trading view, and high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, and low, right? So going long in here, right? Talking about the uptrend and highs and lows, everybody. You know, Does it make sense for you to enter a 50% trade? And the next question is, how wise is this, doing this stuff, right? Is it wise that we enter 50% trades? Or are you, everybody, entering 50% trades? I know I did. I was entering prematurely, talking about trends, right? Highs and lows. I was entering a 75% confirmed trend. Come on, TradingView. There you go. This would be the trend line, and the market would start to do something like this, you know, and I would enter, you know, because I know the market is going to go up. Eventually, we are going to win, right? Eventually is the key word. Why eventually? Because of the random distribution. But, you know, entering this kind of trades, beginner traders, we are going to lose most of the time. Why? It's a 70% confirmed trend, right? How many of you, everybody, you are buying something like this, and when you enter, does this, right? Oh, how many of you are shorting something like this, and when you enter, the market does this? Because we don't have, number one, we don't have the correct knowledge to understand how the market works, right? Number two, we are entering patterns without knowing, and it takes some time, right? This is called spatial intelligence. We need to practice, right? We are buying something thinking, oh, it's an uptrend, oh, it's a downtrend, right? And then this happens. How many of you, everybody, beginner traders, have this kind of experience? I do. I did, right? I guess half of the market depends on the economic result. No, sir, the Forex market, it's 90% technical. No, sir. The Forex market is going to oscillate, non-farm payrolls, sometimes time to time, you know, central banks' decisions, okay? But it's not news dependent in general, okay? Risk reward ratio for entering point. We're far away. Always. Thank you very much. So stop loss, take profit point should be determined before entry. Yes, everybody, but this is lesson number 2. Okay, be patient with the beginner traders. Okay, so this is an uptrend and the beginner traders clone. For the downtrend, to have a confirmed downtrend, we must have a minimum of 2 highs and 2 lows, where the second high and the second low are a lower high and a lower low. Okay, and USD Cad Daily Chart, right? Asfan is asking about the daily chart. USD Cad, right? USD Cad Daily Chart in here. Okay, tell me, everybody, USD Cad Daily Chart, are we in an uptrend? With the knowledge from today, are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? USD Cad Daily Chart, with the knowledge from today, are we in a downtrend or are we in an uptrend? Talking about trend trading, should we go long or should we go short? For the beginner trader, same question. Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? We learned today how to determine a low. We learned today how to determine a high, right? we learned how to determine and confirm a trend. So should we go long or short? Ascend uptrend. Well, let's see, right? Daily chart, and connecting the highs. Oh no, there you go. One more time. You know, connecting the highs and the lows, not every high and low, but still, you know, lower lows, lower highs, and something like this, right? Something like this. And we are kind of here, beginner traders. Okay, then we are going to zoom in the chart, right? We're going to zoom in the chart, something like this. And then the market from making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. You know, this is the low, this is the high, this is the, not the low, we don't have a low. So this is the high, this is the low, right? This is the high, this is the low, this is the high, this is the low, and this is the high. So USD CAD right now, tomorrow maybe it's going to be something different. We are in an uptrend. Aswan uptrend, Uras uptrend, yes sir. Uptrend. Okay. So for the, and let's go on euro dollar, euro USD. Euro USD, everybody. Now, question for the beginner traders. Euro dollar daily chart. Question for you, everybody. Beginner traders, is this candle in here, and is this candle in here a high, yes or no? Okay, what is the homework? The homework from today to tomorrow is practice the visual skill of identifying the highs and lows. So question for you, beginner traders, is this a high? What is a high? A high is a center candle with two candles on the left and two candles on the right with lower high values. Is this a high? Asfant, I guess it's in an uptrend. Yo, it's an uptrend for sure. It's great talking with you, enjoying the session. Thank you very much. Euro dollar, it's in a downtrend. I can tell after your education. Thank you very much. Everybody, is this a high? Yes or no? You can say yes, you can say no, you can say I don't know. What do you think? Lucas says yes, very good. Everybody now, second one, red arrow, is this a low? Is this a low, everybody? So yes, this is a high because we have two candles on the left and two candles on the right with lower high values. If you are late to the lesson, everybody, where do we see the values of the candles? Up in here you have O as for the open, H as per the high, L as per the low, and C as per the close of the candle. So if you scroll the mouse, you find a center candle, and you scroll the mouse on the left, those values are going to change. So when we are trying to find the high, we are looking at the H and the high values of the two candles on the left and two candles on the right. It must be lower. Okay. Now in here, same story. Is this a low, everybody? Lucas, you're a master, right? So yes. How? Oh, Lucas, how do you know? Well, I moved the mouse. This is a center candle, right? And I have two candles on the left with the higher low values and two candles on the right with the higher low values. Okay, everybody. Now, euro dollar. Let's go on the monthly chart. Everybody. And you are going to do this on every chart, okay? So this is the monthly chart euro dollar, okay? And yesterday we clarified that we have something that is called the long-term view, and the long-term view it's dependent on the monthly bands, okay? So the long-term view, also called bias, is determined by the monthly bands, okay? Star, okay? This bias applies long term to all time frames. Okay, this bias applies long term to all time frames. This is number one. Okay. Number two, the short term trend represents the short term view, and we have short term trends on every currency pair, on every time frame, Beginner traders, take a pen and paper or take a screenshot. Trends. And watch these lessons, everybody. If you're a beginner trader, watch these lessons a few times, okay? It's too much information. Okay? Oh no, everything is clear. Yes, it's clear right now. Tomorrow, you know, if I call you tomorrow and I ask you, oh, what did you learn yesterday? You know, how we determine a low, you know, right? Everybody, it's all clear and easy when we are together, right? But when you are alone in your home office or wherever, then the story is different, right? Lucas is saying passion, support and resistance in these highs and lows, it's a better probability to react. Later, today's lesson number 2. Okay? Beginner traders, I want you to understand that the long-term bias is determined by the monthly bands, and this bias applies to long-term. This bias applies long-term to all time frames. And the short-term trend represents the short-term view. Grammar mistakes. Short-term represents short-term view, and we have short-term trends on every currency pair, on every time frame. Okay? So what is the lesson today? Let's try to understand that a currency pair could be long-term positioned in one direction, but in the meantime it could be positioned short term in the opposite direction. Oh, right. Oh, now I'm trying to get in it. Watch these webinars, everybody, a few times. Okay? The long-term bias, the long-term view is determined by the monthly bands. And this applies long-term to all the time frames. 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart, daily chart. The short-term trend represents the short-term view. Grammar mistakes, short-term. The short-term trend represents the short-term view, and we have short-term trends on every currency pair, on every time frame. 5 minutes too? Yes, sir. 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour daily, weekly. So, beginner traders, let's try to understand that a currency pair could be long-term positioned in one direction, but in the meantime, it could be positioned short-term in the opposite direction. Okay? Take a screenshot of this. Take a pen and paper, write this down, print it out, put it in front of your trading station. Lesson number 2, beginner traders. This is what you must learn, this is what you must understand. Any questions so far about what is on the screen, everybody? Okay, with this knowledge, trading is a learnable skill, so you can make money, live from the market when we learn the correct way. With this knowledge, you can understand AUD USD. Just an example. With this knowledge, you can understand, everybody, why the long-term view was down, but in the meantime, your friend, the professional trader, right, it was going long. It was buying. He or she was buying AUD, right? So the long-term bias is defined from the monthly bands. The short-term view, the short-term trend is defined from the highs and lows, right? And you can hopefully understand why this trend line break was predictable. Okay, long-term bias is still down. In the meantime, the market was making higher highs, higher lows. So long-term, we are still short, but short-term, if you want, it's depending on your strategy and style. Short-term, if you want, you can go long too on AUD USD on every time frame. Okay, Passion, I don't believe you. Great. I love people who are telling me I don't believe you. I love you guys. Usd Cad, I don't need you to believe me. I need you to see it, okay? Usd Cad, same story, right? Hit the upper band, beginner traders, hit the upper band, long-term view, down. In the meantime, the short-term trend can do anything it wants on every time frame, right? So the market is making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, but then it reversed, making higher highs. So this is a high, but we don't have a low. So we have, well, let's go on the daily, right? Daily chart. I want everybody to understand that those rules and those concepts apply on all currency pairs, all time frames, right? So not every, but just a few of them, you can see it, right? Making lower lows, zero highs, lower lows, lower highs, higher highs, lower lower, lower highs, and then the market reversed, short-term trend, and start making higher highs, right? Start making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So the long-term bias was down. In the meantime, the short-term trend can go in the opposite direction. And similarly to AUD USD, this trend line break was predictable. Oh, how do you know? Because from the monthly bands, right? Those are the monthly bands. We are on the daily chart. This is the monthly bands. The long-term view, everybody, you know, it's a concept. You need to understand how this market works, beginner traders. The long-term view applies on all time frames. Okay? And of course, you can accept what we are teaching you. You can reject what we are teaching you, you know, not a problem, right? Some of you are thinking, oh, I know better, you know, not a problem. Okay? Passion, I don't believe you. Great. Tell me a currency pair, everybody. Okay? I have a question. I know you are joking, right? But still, you know, I don't believe you. Cool. Tell me a currency pair, everybody. Type in the chat. First comes, first is served. Okay? I want to show you that you don't believe me. It's a good thing, but I don't need you to believe me. I need you to see it in the chart. Okay? First comes, first is served. I have a 20 seconds delay on the chat. Tell me a currency pair, so we can check if what we are talking about here, what was it? Was euro dollar, right? There you go. If you're a beginner trader and you are thinking, Passion, I don't believe you, this is all good, it's okay. I don't need you to believe me. I need you to see it on the chart. Okay? Whatever. Canada JPY, right? Different currencies. Canada JPY monthly chart, right? This would be the upper band. This would be the somewhere in here. This would be the lower band. Long-term bias up. In the meantime, the market was what? Up and also down, short-term trend, right? And it was down, short-term trend. But the professional traders know that this, because of the bias, this trend line breaking here was predictable, right? We made in here some profits. Make sense, everybody? Tell me, everybody, let's go back to euro dollar. Tell me, everybody, is this too complex to understand? Is this clear what is happening? Musa says perfect. Okay, if we understand what we're talking about, tell me, everybody, a currency pair and a time frame, and we are going to talk about if we should go long or short. And please don't send me exotics. No exotics, okay? No Turkish lira, no Brazilian real, no Singapore dollar. We're talking about the 23 main currency pairs. Okay? AUD what? Daily. Very good. AUD USD. Daily chart. I'm going to clear, right? Remove drawings. AUD USD daily chart. Everybody, long or short? With the knowledge from today, okay, and I need to go on the monthly chart because this is a course monthly chart. This is going to be the upper band, this is going to be the lower band, and now we can go on the daily. There you go. Daily chart, everybody, long or short? Don't be shy, there is no right or wrong. Long or short? With the knowledge that you have today, the knowledge of how to confirm an uptrend, the knowledge on how to confirm a downtrend, the knowledge that the long-term view is defined by the bands, and the short-term view is defined from the short-term trend. And this is why sometimes one of your friends is going to buy the market, somebody else is going to sell the market. Okay, this is the why. Lucas says short, very good. Anybody else in here saying long? So short, why short? Number one, because of the bands. Number two, because of the highs and the lows, right? Highs and lows. So the market was making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows until here. And then the market reversed and stopped making higher highs, higher lows, and started making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Do we agree on that, everybody? Beginner trader especially, do we agree on this? Do we agree, everybody, that the left side of the story is different than the right side of the story? Do we agree, everybody, that the left quadrant is something different from the right quadrant? Do we agree on this, everybody? Pat says yep. Musa L. Ura says yes. Okay, so euro dollar daily chart for the time being short, right? Oh, but I have a friend who went long and won. Professional traders. Okay, there is something called we are trading retracements, but remember today is number 2, lesson number 2. Okay, let's learn step by step. Okay, but trade what you see. And talking about trend trading, everybody, don't mix apples with bananas. Okay, trend trading, AUD/USD daily chart, short. Oh, short until where? Until the market's making lower lows, lower highs. So great question on the other streaming platform, everybody. Great question. Tell me, everybody. So let's say that this is, let's make a trading exercise. This is AUD/USD daily chart. Okay, tell me, if something like this happens, are you going to go long? Just an example. Are you going to go long? So if the market, this is a high in here, if the market gets up until here and makes a higher high, are you going to go long? Yes or no? There is no right or wrong, everybody. We are here to learn. Are you going to go long? We are not going to talk, we are not going to get into a debate of, oh yes, long term, short term. Just, you know, let us know. Why not? Boss, it made a higher high. Boss, it made a higher high. Not on the first, congratulations, not on the first breakout, right? What if the market does the first higher low? Are you going to go long then? Unconfirmed trend change. Congratulations, you've learned something today, right? But a beginner trader from YouTube videos is going to see, well, you know, I have a trend line break and it's a breakout and I'm going to go long. Okay, so I'm not judging anybody. I'm just trying to explain to everybody that trading is a learnable skill when you learn in the correct way. Because if you don't learn in the correct way, You can win eventually, right? Sometimes, but so what about now? Would you go long? Everybody? You have a higher high and then you have the first higher low. Would you go long? It's a tricky chart. Look at the chart. Still no. Boss, we have a trend line break and we have a higher high and we have a higher low. Let's go long. And this is the question, everybody, beginner traders, you know, we are seeing all over, right? Happens all the time. 15-minute chart, daily chart, 1 hour chart, 2 hour chart, right? Happens all the time. And our brain is thinking, well, I have a trend line break and I have a higher high and I have a higher low. Let's go long, right? No, not me, you know, come on. I've been there, you know, I did this back in time. 50% probability is still not good enough. So this is a tricky chart. Why? Because the market broke the downtrend line, but then it went back down inside the downtrend line. Those are risky entries. Okay? Yes, but the Fibonacci, this is another story. Now we are going to build and upgrade your knowledge, everybody, but today is lesson number 2. Okay? What is the skill? Scalpers are excluded, but if you are a day trader on the 15-minute chart, or if you are a swing trader on the 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart, what is the skill? The skill is be patient. Patience. Talking about trend trading, wait for a confirmed uptrend. Okay? And sometimes you are going to have a confirmed uptrend and you are going to still lose. Why is that? Because there is something that is called the market wave, which we are going to learn in the next 2 lessons. But step by step. Waiting for a good entry point. Yes, sir. Okay, everybody? So, homework until tomorrow. Oh, pair. USD JPY. USD JPY. Why not? USD JPY. Monthly chart. Just an example. Okay. So hopefully you are building your charts, beginner traders. Okay. And you should have the upper band by now. You should have the lower band by now. Okay. What is the next homework? Continue to build your charts with the short-term trend. Okay. Homework until tomorrow. Build your charts with the short-term trends and try to understand how would you trade it long-term and short-term. And if it's difficult, don't bother, because this is lesson number 2. Okay, everybody, build your charts with the short-term trends and try to understand how would you trade it long-term and short-term. And if it's difficult, don't bother, because this is lesson number 2. Okay, everybody, see you back tomorrow at the same time. Do the homeworks, watch these webinars over and over and over. Don't be so naive, everybody, that you are going to learn in 1 hour. Okay? Oh, you are harsh. No, I'm honest with you, everybody. You know, It's a lot of information. Our brain cannot sustain, cannot record that much information. Okay, so until tomorrow, stay strong and trade with passion. This is Fxpassion signing off.